What up, world? It's your boy, Spirit of I Am, or Angel of I Am, DZYD. I just want to talk about, what's going on today. It's Wednesday, Communication Day, and I figured I'd give like a little bit of an example, well, not really an example, an exact reading out of one of my favorite astrology books about the definition of what Leo moon is today and what's really kicking off. Leo moon, emotionally proud, generous, confident, dominant, playful, self-indulgent. The moon in Leo needs to feel special and dislikes being put down or ignored. So, as you can tell, with the moon in Leo, you are most likely going to be highly egoic. Is that the word? No, you're going to have high ego. Put it that way. Because the moon in general deals with the spirit. Well, it deals with the emotional body. The water that you have in your body. That's pretty much what the moon deals with. Or keywords would be emotional reaction, feeling, instinct, fluctuation, receptivity, reflection, habits, childhood response, cycles, the mother, maternal instincts, the past, ancestral inheritance, the subconscious, and mood. That's what the moon represents right there. Just the original moon. That's the whole body. That's what it represents body-wise. So I plug in my phone. Now, why is this important? Well, because the main part of it is because we just had a full moon. And while the moon is waning, and we're going to kick off this new moon that's coming up in Libra next week on Monday, that's when the jump off happens. So right now it's the confidence building, it's the planning, it's the, everything, because the moon is waning. Because it just went full, it's kind of like loading up a battery, got it full, then it's getting ready to charge you up, and then pew, you move on to the next realm or action that you planning on doing. What else do we have? We have Venus in Scorpio. That would be the heart center. Scorpio in general would be considered the 8th house. Well, it's not considered. It is the 8th house, which is darkness. Well, not necessarily dark. It's just the unknown. How they call it, behind closed doors. It's the unseen. It's the, the sexual part, if you may. So Venus being in Scorpio, now going into retrograde, about to go back into Libra, giving you like an airy view of your dark side. So this is where certain themes will come back up. Listening to the Leo King, he was talking about a lot of this energy is going to be coming from 2010. So, what were you doing in 2010 that, may affect what's going on with your times today? What were you working on then that's trying to project you out? Now, I know for myself, around that time, like, I wasn't, like, fully into this, but I was into music heavy. And I believe around that time was when I started getting the studio. Or at least we still had that microphone in the box in the closet. We was something. We manifested some gold out of a garage full of dog turds and stuff, dude. Like, we were able to manifest the gold out of that place. I'm just telling you. And from where we went to, we eventually just, hauled it off. You get older. It's music. We can always get back into it. But that's what I was doing around 2010. There's some other stuff, but I ain't going to say it on camera. Anyway, think of what you was doing around 2010 and then apply it to what's going on today, because now we are going to be heading into what we call like Noah's Ark, or an ark in general. An arc towards like what you're building as far as your future is concerned in life, what you're going to be doing next, what you really want to do. because nobody wants to sit around and work and make somebody else's dreams possible all day, every day. Who wants to do that? Like, straight up and down, do you feel happy going to work every day? No. So, if this is the system that we live in, then, you know, it needs to be re-explored. And that's another thing that this time is going to be bringing up too, especially when we're talking about behind closed doors. So that's why we're seeing a lot of politics shit come up right now. You know what I'm saying? So how are you seeing all these guys getting caught, all these women coming out? And I mean, a bit of that is the South Node in Aquarius, because that has to deal with women, as Leo has to deal with kids. So that's why all summer we've been hearing nothing but, you know, kids and women, Me Too movements and all that stuff. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But it's kind of rough because the veil is thin. And basically, how do you say? The feminine energy is, in a sense, decreasing. As Mars is going into Aquarius and going forward. So that means that masculine, because Mars is a masculine energy, is excelling upwards. So there might be a little bit of a riffle. So all this stuff that's happening and all these guys that are getting caught for all that stuff, if they don't wind up going to jail for that shit, this is that energy and this is why. And it's unfortunate. Now, of course, it's not for people like Bill Cosby, but hey, this is not that place for that topic. Alright. I'm just saying, you know, shortening the sticks for feminine style energy. I'm just going to say that is pretty much where it's at. A lot of people, even women, are going to be using a lot more of their masculine energy than they are their feminine around these times. Especially because it's getting cold anyway. So in the wintertime, you're going to expound more heat because you're trying to stay warm in general. You know, and that's where all the comfort and stuff starts coming into play, and, you know, so forth and so forth. So again, Scorpio, behind closed doors. Venus, retrograde, okay? So you're going to be looking into all that since you're going to have so much time to be doing all that. You dig what I'm saying? Because again, it's getting cold. Libra, or the sun is in Libra, so that's how you get the fall, because the sun falls in Libra because it's cardinal air. Alright, which is initiating, creating new ways of doing things, but the sun doesn't really like to be there, because, you know, the sun is more of an exposure and stuff. In Libra, it being an air is kind of like really out there. Air likes to speak, kind of like, say, air communications and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It likes to speak in secret. It likes to, like, you know, I'm trying to break this down in, like, the best way I can simplify it. But, you know, air. Air sign is just... Hold on. Actually, I got a better idea. Now, just rock with me for a second. Don't get me wrong, I know and understand my signs, but I want to give y'all a better description to what air signs are really about. Let's see. Okay, so we were talking about Libra. So this seems cardinal signs. Libra. This seems the least pushy of the cardinal signs, lacking personal drive. However, Libra shows the cardinal quality and a desire to control relationships and the social environment. Now, the first half that we heard was, of course, lacking personal drive. So, what the sun does is increase your personal drive. So this is why the sun falls in Libra, because things are dying, you know what I'm saying, as it's preparing to go into the full fall, heading into the winter. So with, you know, that's depleting the drive that you would have, you know, or the opposite of what you would get from when the spring starts, which is Aries, which is also cardinal, but it's fiery, so that's why we're warming up. as the air starts to chill in Libra or fall, and then that's why we get that pattern. Okay, see, so it's kind of better to read out of the book to get like a better explanation of it. So that's what we got pretty much going for right now. Now, why are these important? Of course, it's to give you a good reality check on some of the things that you may have looked over, or some of the things that you may have put to the back burner thinking that it was just going to go away. No, it's time to deal with it now, because Venus is also your wants, your needs, your values, that's that whole system, because it runs Libra and Taurus. So that's why in Libra, it deals with relationships, which is your 7th house. And Taurus, which is naturally your 2nd house, which is the bull, more down to earth, more, more good with their coins, because they strategize more, because that's that fixed energy that they have. They like luxury. That's why most Tauruses, they ballin', or they really high techy, and like a lot of stuff that they have around them is like up to date, and most of the times they probably built it themselves to get it to that luxury state that they like. That's Taurus right there. That's that Taurus energy. So it stays stubborn to its own fixation. And then Scorpio being, Libra, my apologies. Mars runs Scorpio. But Libra being like, that more friendly, outgoing, airy, everybody's loving, that's probably the most wildest person you see at the party is a Libra. All right. So that's the energy that we're talking about right now. And that's the energy that we're in right now. So a lot of this energy is dealing with that. And with it going in retrograde, which being Venus going retrograde in Libra, again, it's going to be dealing with relationships. How I bet you, if you stop talking to somebody about a month ago, you about to be talking to them like in the next 2 weeks. Like somehow you're going to bump into them in the store. They're going to text you randomly, however it works. But you're going to want to talk to the person on a random whim. And already today, I've heard a story like that with a friend of mine, with a girl he hadn't talked to in a year. And now she's just hitting him up out of the blue on some bullshit. But nonetheless, she still hit him up out of the blue. And that's kind of the thing that you got to remember in this time, too. Because remember, air communication. So, shit is just all... look at Kanye. You know what he's doing, but his information is everywhere. He's an air sign, too. He's a Gemini. But, so a lot of this time, a lot of this energy that you are going to be experienced, especially after the new moon, especially because it's Libra, it's going to be more of a collective thing. It's going to be more of a time for you to get projects going with other people. It's going to be time to get those new connections and stuff with other people. Again, you got the holidays coming up, so you're going to be around a lot of friends, families. So any style of connections or problems that you may have within that, this is going to be that time where you fix it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this may even be the time where you just have to just step away from it in general. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that's not vibing with your aura, then why even play with it? There's no point. L-I-G it. That's Venus retrograde in Libra, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I know it's horrible to say if I'm not mistaken, but no, that's what it is. All right, that's just how I talk sometimes. I don't know why, but yeah. So yeah, we have Venus going retrograde in Lib out of Scorp. Then it's gonna go back into Scorpio, and then Jupiter is gonna go into Sagittarius next month, where it's home and it's gonna be lovely and comfy and stuff, and then. Yeah, just a lot of heart-centering stuff, man. Right now, this time, because, again, Libra season kicks off the friendly vibe. So that's why, of course, we have Halloween, where we go out with all our peoples. Thanksgiving coming up, more family and friends. Christmas coming up, family and friends. New Year's coming up, family and friends. It's going to be that time. And when it comes to business, especially going into a new year, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're doing any of that, you got to make what you got to make happen. And the number one thing that this moon definitely is going to teach you is don't worry about what people have to say. There's one thing that I've been hearing a lot of these spiritual teachers and stuff like that talking about is just that. People getting under your skin. I'm a victim of that. I let somebody get under my skin, and I'm dealing with the court case now. All right, so I mean, it's a difficult thing because you still gotta live life. You still have emotions. You don't want people to step on you or disrespect you or anything like that. But this is kind of a moment where those types of actions are going to affect future actions. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. You literally pick your battle type moments because you got dark energies out here that are trying to distract you, trying to move you away from your past, trying to get you to do other things that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you do it because it's the old habit. That's the other thing about Venus and Scorpio. Old desires, old habits, old things just repeating itself because it's in retrograde for the next 40 days, 40 nights, I believe, from the Leo King. So, you know. And then next to that, you know, a lot of this energy is going to be for the next 6 months, you know. So within the next 6 months. So basically, if you're thinking about making any heavy decisions right now, if you're going to make them. But have it with the intention of like, you know, if this don't work out type of deal. And I know that's kind of fucked up to go in a situation like that. So if that's the mindset you have going in, you probably don't want to deal with it. But if you do, then just know that whatever work that you didn't put in before, if you don't put it in now, it's not going to work later. You understand? You dig what I'm saying? So that's why you get a lot of people saying, you know, don't go backwards in this time and stuff, because granted, the orb is going retrograde, which is your heart. You know, that's Venus, that's your heart, that's going backwards, you know. So it's just exploring all that stuff. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean you don't have to, you know, you're an adult. You can do what you want. You're an adult. Do as you please. You know what's right for you. You know what's wrong. All right. All I'm stating is, you know, just be mindful of your decisions. And heavy decisions right now, like, may play out different later. So try not to go into it headstrong and shit. Don't jump into things thinking it's gonna work this way in the third, and then, you know, you get your feelings hurt later. Don't do that. If you're gonna try to work with something, structure it. Build it. You know? Because then after that 6 months, if it's still there, those people still there, then that's what you were meant to be doing. You know? I think that's what a lot of this year is about too. It's about meeting all these people and then weaving them out. And the people that are still there, those are who's supposed to be in your life. Stop neglecting them. Alright? Holla at your peoples. Another thing, things like this right here, like how I'm doing, you know, talking, reading out of, you know, astral books and all that, trying to understand and feel these energies. Stop being afraid of what people may think. Alright? I call myself the angel of I am. Because I am. I am that. I've helped people. I go out of my way for people. Some people call me some sucker shit on that, but I always get good shit back on me for doing what I do. And I enjoy doing it every day. And I guess that's why I do it. You know? And of course, like I said, don't worry about what people saying about you, especially if they ain't paying your bills. What they opinion matter. It don't matter nothing. Alright? So definitely be easy on yourself. Definitely, you know, be in plan mode, because, you know, as we move on into Scorpio and Sagittarius, you know, after we get through the holidays, once we get into Capricorn, we in second decan of Capricorn, and that's when shit gets ultra real, and you better be on point and have your team on set. I'm telling you. Just look at the chart yourself. You got an astrology chart, just look at it. And the best things to do, here's a little tip. You can look at a chart for today and just pinpoint certain ones, like say, like how we have, you know, moon conjunct, or shit, I can't even think of one off top. But say they have moon conjunct sun, you know what I'm saying? You just look at the last time that happened and see what happened in that area. That's how you predict the future. Alright, fairly simple. I mean, not simple. You still got to do the work, but I'm just saying that's kind of a quick way to kind of see what's happening up next. So I'm just saying, like, it's not just me ranting or going off of, you know, experience and stuff like that. When I look at charts, like, I look at what's popping, you know, and go back and then look at what's happening up to today. And that's what a lot of retrogrades do. They make you go back, you know, return. So, but anyway, I'm going to quit my yapping. I hope y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful transformations. Again, be easy with yourself this week. And next week, after the new moon, we'll have another video on that. Again, check out, you know, Peace Dealers. Check out the Leo King. Check out Hood Mystics. Check out Dolo the Pilot Man. A lot of great astrologers out there. I know I should be putting a lot of praise on myself, but hey, I gotta give props to the people that help clarify some of this stuff in my mind, because I be writing it down and not even understanding most of the time, and people just come to me and it clicks. So, again, have a good night. Beautiful transformations. Angel of I Am. Your boy Daisy.